Good morning, everyone, and welcome to In the Know News. Today, we're diving into a story that began as a simple design refresh for Alberta's license plates, but it's now raising questions about trademarks, intellectual property, and how governments navigate brand ownership in the public space. The Alberta government recently announced plans to replace the long standing Wild Rose Country slogan on its license plates with the new phrase, strong and free. The slogan comes directly from Alberta's provincial motto, Fortis et Liber, which translates to strong and free, and also mirrors a familiar line from Canada's national anthem, O Canada. The new design is part of a broader push to showcase Alberta pride, strength, and independence, values the provincial government says are central to its identity. But there's a twist. A New Brunswick-based company called Strong and Free Emblem Inc. actually owns Canadian trademarks for multiple versions of the phrase strong and free. Their registrations cover a surprisingly wide range of goods, everything from clothing and hats to mugs, magnets, dog collars, hockey pucks, and even license plate frames. The company has held these rights for years, and the trademarks remain valid in Canada until at least 2035. So, the big question is, does Alberta's use of strong and free on official license plates violate that trademark? On the surface, it might sound like a clear case of overlap, the same words on similar items being distributed across Canada. But according to legal experts, it's more complicated than that. Under Canadian trademark law, infringement depends on whether a mark is being used in the normal course of trade. In simpler terms, that means a trademark is only considered used when it appears on goods or services that are sold or exchanged commercially. A license plate issued by the province doesn't fit that description. When Albertans register their vehicles, the plates they receive aren't actually sold to them in a commercial sense. Instead, they are issued as part of a regulatory process. The plates remain the property of the provincial government, not the vehicle owner. Because of this, the province isn't engaging in a typical business transaction, which makes it unlikely that the use of strong and free would count as commercial trademark use. However, this protection only goes so far. If the Alberta government were to extend the slogan beyond official plates, say by selling souvenir versions, promotional merchandise, or branded apparel, it could cross the line into commercial use. That's where Strong and Free Emblem Inc. might have grounds to challenge or demand licensing fees, arguing that the province's activities overlap with their registered trademark categories. The situation highlights a broader issue that many governments and organizations face. Patriotic or inspirational slogans can sometimes be privately owned, even if they sound like public property. And while a phrase like strong and free feels universally Canadian, it's also a valuable brand that someone legally controls for commercial use. This case serves as a reminder that intellectual property law doesn't always align with public sentiment or political messaging. For now, Alberta's move appears safe since the slogan's use on government-issued plates is regulatory rather than commercial. But it's a fine line. Should the province later decide to use the same branding for profit, the legal landscape could shift quickly. That wraps up this update on Alberta's strong and free license plate controversy. Stay tuned for more insights and updates on stories that shape how governments, businesses, and everyday Canadians interact. This is In the Know News, where we break down the headlines, ask the questions that matter, and bring you the stories that matter.